looking for that fortunate thing. That's gonna be me one day.
Absolutely.
Right? Whenever you see something that you love in someone, it's the universe telling you that it could be in your path as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be witnessing. We don't have urgency to get it done. We don't have urgency to figure out the solution for what's not working for us. What MLM said today, we don't have a lot of life to live. Right? We don't have a lot of life left with our loved ones.
And welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am so excited to do because it is in regards to Monations, and maybe we'll even dive into a little bit of doTERRA. I did cover these MLM conferences on my Instagram account, so definitely follow me there. Also, I do have a TikTok account, so if you guys want anything more in regards to Britney Spears' conservatorship, a little bit more of politics, then definitely follow me on TikTok for that. But this Monations, let me tell you, it was a shit show. I also want to give a breakdown of things, how much they cost, how much people were paying, because this trip, I'm sorry honey, it's not free. You gotta pay to go, boo-boo. Do not let these Huns fool you into thinking that this trip, this conference was free. No. I'm gonna put up here like kind of a breakdown of what essentially they would have paid for, an estimate, because we can't really have a, let's say, a concrete answer, just because due to hotels having different pricing, food, all of that stuff. Just to even go to this Monations, you had to pay about $250, okay? $250 just to attend this conference for work. Okay, that's not even including flights, gas, because this was held in Atlanta at the State Farm Arena, which we're gonna get into in a little bit. People had to travel there. You gotta pay for hotel rooms, food. I believe the only MLM company that was having their conference at around the same time as Monet was Saint, was the only one that was providing a meal ticket. Everybody else had to pay for their own fucking meal. Like, they can't even, how cheap are you? You couldn't even offer them like a continental breakfast or something, or lunch, comp them a meal or something, for crying out loud. But no. On top of paying for flight, hotel, and food, they also had to pay for their gala tickets, you know, where they have this award ceremony for their little fake or participation trophies and awards, as I like to call them, because essentially that's what that is, participation awards. So they had to pay for that, and obviously hair, nails, makeup, and their gala dresses. A lot of these Huns were already like preparing, having several outfits, shoes, hair, makeup, like all of this shit adds up, all right? So we're looking at $250 for their tickets. They did have an early bird special like the year before, because they do have them where you can buy the tickets pretty early, like a year in advance. They're already selling Monations for 2022 already. Yeah, so you're already paying $250 for your ticket to get in, right? Then you're paying, let's say, roughly an estimate of like $300 to like $940 for flights, depending on where you're coming, whether it's anywhere in the US or Canada. And you have your hotel, let's say another $350 to $900. Your gala ticket, that was $50. And in the grand scheme of things, $50 isn't that expensive, but when you add everything up, it's a lot. Of course, food, $200 to $600, and transportation. The amount of women that I saw getting in an Uber, getting in a Lyft with various other people and other Monet reps was incomprehensible. Only because if this business is so successful for you and it's making you rich and you're making money, you can't afford your own Uber and your own Lyft? You have to get into a big van. A lot of them got a huge van, rented that out, and were in there, maskless of course. With these conferences, essentially a lot of the top 1% earners will pressure their downlines to go. It is just a way to, like I said earlier, to brainwash you, have everybody be in the same room and have the same mentality, the same mindset, have the same information being regurgitated and nailed and drilled into your head. Essentially, that's what it is. They are pressured into going. A lot of them will post on their Instagram stories and say, oh my God, this is like the best thing in the world, and will create that feeling of FOMO, video, they will pretty much guilt trip any rep that did not go to this, or not just Monations, but any type of conference for any MLM company. It is really quite sad and pathetic. One of the top percent earners that did this was Erica Schaefer. I am not gonna blur out these ladies' names or their freaking faces because one, they're public figures, so whatever they put out on the internet is for fair use essentially. And two, if you're bold enough to be in an arena where everybody's maskless, everybody has essentially professed that they're anti-science and anti-mask, be bold enough to get some criticism, in my opinion. She posted onto her Instagram stories that people were messaging her saying, oh, I wish I could go, I wish I could be there, it looks like so much fun. And instead of saying, hey, say that they'll eventually get there or something in something of that effect. Instead of saying that, she ended up saying, well, if you wanted to be here, you would be. The condescending tone and the bitchiness that if you wanted to be here, you would be here. Don't take my word for it. Check her video out.
To say to those of you who are messaging me saying, I wish I was there, wish I was there. If you wanted to be here, you'd be here. If you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. Where there's a will, there's a way. I am a firm believer in that. If you want something, you will figure it out. You'll make it happen. So don't tell yourself, I wish I was there, I wish I was there. Tell yourself, I chose not to be there.
As I said, they're just trying to create a feeling of FOMO, trying to make it seem that it's more successful than it really is. And I got the vibe that a lot of these reps were trying to make it seem like they were influencers. And I've had a video already talking about this, how a lot of reps are really pushing for that narrative. I will link that video up here in the iCards for you. But essentially, that's the feeling that I got, that they were trying to present themselves as influencers, that Monet invited them and paid for everything so that they could be at this conference. No. Quite the contrary. They even had performers there. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you will see there was one performance in particular that really got to me that we'll be discussing about it later. Moving on to the setup, I'm not gonna lie, the setup was pretty cool. They had a bunch of like these pop-ups where it was very Instagram worthy, again trying to create that feeling of FOMO. If you're not here, look what you're missing out, you could be here, taking all of these pictures. There's a common theme with this in regards to like these reps' downline. Anytime these girls saw them, they were fangirling over them. There has to be some sort of psychology behind that, where they might have created, not that there might have, there definitely is like a parasocial relationship between them, you hear me? Between them and their upline. It's kind of scary and disturbing, in my opinion, that they have this parasocial relationship with these people who clearly do not care about them whatsoever, because if they did, they wouldn't have pressured them to go to this maskless event with like 16,000 people, right? As most of you may or may not know, the city of Atlanta and the State Farm Arena did have in place an indoor mask mandate. Do you think that any of these ladies followed that? Hell to the fuck no. They did not care. The only people that were wearing masks in the State Farm Arena were the employees of the State Farm Arena. That just shows the classism and the fact that they just don't care about anybody but themselves, so long as they are able to show off to people that they are living the lifestyle that they want. They could care less if they are spreading their nasty germs to other people and potentially putting their lives at risk. And not even their lives, or solely their lives, I should say, but their families as well. There were plenty of women there with their babies. Jacqueline Ortega, I'm calling you out because you were one of them with your baby there. Like, if you don't care about your life, that's fine, boo-boo. But your child? You're literally, your newborn child. Jacqueline Ortega was not the only one there with her baby, weeks old or anything like that. There was Erica Schaefer, pregnant, not caring, not wearing a mask, not getting the vax, not doing anything at Monations with 16,000 people. Again, these aren't the only two ladies who were pregnant, had their newborn child, or their children there. There were plenty of other women there as well who were doing the exact same things, but these are top earners. These are people's uplines. They're supposed to be people's role models or an example of how to lead a business or run a business, and this is what they're doing. I would not want to boss for a leader like that. Hell no. And this event is coming off the rails of the paparazzi event that was held back in August. If you guys don't know what happened with paparazzi, definitely check out Savannah Marie's videos. She has done, I believe, 2 videos in regards to this where she covers the event and then the aftermath of this event, because it's the same situation as Monet, where they were in a city and in an establishment that were requiring an indoor mask mandate. None of the reps from paparazzi cared. None of them wore masks. There were a few people wearing masks, I should correct myself, but they were wearing them incorrectly or not at all. There has been a lot of people that have tested positive for COVID and that have died from COVID. So definitely please check out Savannah Marie. She goes into great details about that. Also check out the Instagram accounts MLM Boss Babe, the anti-MLM Boss Babe, and antimlmnicole. They have been covering this extensively every single convention that these MLM companies have been having. They have been covering it, as well as any reps that have been testing positive for COVID and unfortunately their death. So definitely check out their Instagram accounts. All of the COVID precautions that they have on their website was non-existent because they did not follow it whatsoever. Again, I'm not blurring out their faces or their names. Moving on to John Maxwell's ceremony for PhD. I have a lot to say about this. Maybe a little bit too much, but that's because I'm here getting my master's, and to have somebody say, oh, I'm getting a PhD certification in Monet and try to pass that off as an actual PhD, yeah, that's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me. John Maxwell, he just loves giving conference speeches because he was just at Rachel Hollis's that same week at her Rise conference. He was there giving a speech on Monday, and then on Wednesday, Thursday, he was at Monet. That really tells you all that you need to know about him and where his integrity lies, right? So this whole PhD thing, I don't even know where Monet came out with it, what have you, I don't know. Erica Schaefer posted on her Instagram stories a rant, which I reposted onto my IG stories, where she was just posting messages about people, and rightfully so, being upset that she was presenting this PhD certification as an actual PhD, and she got all types of like fucking butthurt about it. I'm gonna post it up here for you guys. This is the same woman that always equates to you questioning her or anybody questioning her in her business as being mentally unstable. Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay. In her rant, she was saying that nobody in Monet really thinks that this is an actual PhD. We're not graduating. We know that this is a certification, blah, 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 blah. And then they do this shit. So here you have Vic Alario, and I'm assuming her downline here, just in a cap for graduation, taking pictures as if they're actual graduates of a PhD. They literally went as far as to have a graduation ceremony. Everybody was walking in line doing this as if they actually graduated and got a PhD. No, mama, that's not a real PhD, all right? It's a certification for a company that very well in the future will not exist. It's just laughable because they went so far as to get a cap and pretend like they graduated. That is the feeling that I got from Monations, that everything is just pretend. Pretend that I am a business owner, pretend that I am an entrepreneur, pretend that I'm an influencer. I'm pretending that I'm graduating with a PhD. It's all fake, it's a facade. Do not buy into it, people. There were other motivational speakers, and I say that very lightly because it was just the other top 1% earners talking there. You had Joe Irigoyen, Bianca Lynn Abreu, who was caught buying ranks. Sorry, not sorry. Check out Mac Attack's video for that. We also had Liz Lugo and y'all favorite actress turned Monet hun, Jimena Duque there with her husband. So not just only them, but the other speakers as well eerily just spoke about the same thing. They all spoke about the haters. I am so happy we live rent-free in y'all's mind, that you have to go as far as your convention. Once a year you have this convention to highlight other things about your company, and you decide to highlight us, the haters. I am so happy about that. They could have talked about anything else, anything, literally anything. But instead they chose to focus on the extras, which is what one of the speakers called us and other people that present facts and actual statistics in regards to the probability of you failing when you join an MLM. They called us extras. They said to not listen to the haters, to not listen to people who question them. So this was again proving my point that it's just another way to create their own echo chamber, just expel everybody that does not agree with what they are saying and just live in their own little bubble. One thing that I do want to highlight about this convention, and I do not want to just brush it off or gloss over it, is the fact that there was a mass on the last day of the convention. I'm not particularly a very religious person, nor do I think that it is a problem if anybody is very religious. Where I do see that there is a problem is when people try to impose their religious beliefs onto other people. And when people use religion as an armor, as a tactic to either recruit or manipulate people, that's where it is a problem. And that is where MLMs and religion meet and get intertwined. Just take a look at this one particular picture posted by Sarah Hill, y'all's favorite. She has me blocked. I've never interacted with this woman ever in my life, and come to find out that she has blocked me. It says here, build a legacy for the main characters of your life. Stop worrying about the extras. They're inconsequential. If we're so inconsequential, why are you talking about us at your convention? I want to talk about this specific screenshot, and it says on there 2.3 billion cumulative revenue, 1.1 billion commissions paid. Is this throughout the existence of Monet? Is this for 2020, 2021, 2019? You see where I'm going here with this, you guys? It is so vague. They have nothing on there, no asterisk explaining where this revenue or this statistic is coming from. But she says, let these numbers sink in. Sink where? Moving on to the products, I will say that Monet, the CEO, and the corporate side of it are being very smart and very strategic. Why am I saying this? Well, it's the best opportunity to get a lot of revenue, make a lot of money. There is 16,000 or were 16,000 people there. So not only did they pay to go in there, they're also going to pay money to get their hands on these exclusive products, which they had no fucking idea what was being released whatsoever. But y'all are business owners. Okay. You will see these MLM Huns decked out from head to toe in Monet gear, whether it's a Monet hat, a shirt, an active leisure set. You will see them wearing this in their IG stories and their reels, what have you. I'm sorry, that looks a bit tacky to me. If it didn't have the Monet logo, I will say that I would purchase them because it actually does look cute, but who does that? Who wears a company logo from head to toe? Nobody. In regards to the products, we know that the products are actually secondary. The number one thing with any MLM company is recruiting, okay? So the fact that they're coming out with products is just a facade. I've said this in various of my videos already. It's a front so that they can technically still be in business without being a, pyramid scheme on a technicality, right? Anyways, these products that Monet has released, nothing revolutionary. We already have them, but somehow this company and these MLM girls just have to say that it's a revolutionary product, never been done before. I could name a couple of products that they're ripping off of and just selling it for an egregious price point. Their brand new hair care product is this damage repair control bullshit, right? Damage repair repairs and strengthens 3 layers deep to the core of the hair fiber. Bonds hair fiber from the inside out 45% stronger, based on instrumental tests by a third-party laboratory. Is it a third-party laboratory or is it paid off by Monet? Addresses 4 types of damage, features novel Monet exclusive patent pending technology. Really? Because I can recall that Olaplex has the same thing and has put this product out before you did. They also released a body care. Again, whether these products work or not is not the issue. It's the fact that they recruit people into this business in order to make money. That's how the business works. You have to recruit people in order to make money. The products are just there as a facade. But here we have Sarah Hill saying, Dr. Alan Myers, our chief scientific officer, who has been working on this body care line for years. He said the goal was to blur the line between facial skincare and body care. It's all anti-aging and naturally based. Whether the anti-aging things work, it's up for debate. But the thing is that all of these companies versus Monet, they don't have to recruit people in order to sell their products. Their product speaks for themselves. They sell out because they're either good and people like it, or they sell out because it's trendy at the moment. There's a plethora of companies that I can think of that have all of this anti-aging, naturally based stuff that Monet does for a fraction of the price and actually better. All right, we have Fenty Beauty, we have Clinique, we have Estee Lauder, we have Revlon, Maybelline, Wet n Wild, for crying out loud, Elf. All of these companies and many more have all of these anti-aging products or anti-aging lines. They have different things that this company, Monet, is trying to say that they are coming out with brand new and being revolutionary and trailblazing in beauty and skincare and hair care products. But it's been done before. Dr. Brent Agin says, we take it super seriously when it comes to the safety and efficacy of our products. Tune out the noise that says otherwise. These products are safe. The gall, the audacity, not only, wow. So basically, not only are you telling people to create their own echo chamber and tune out people saying, hey, this might not be a good business for you because of X, Y, and Z. Look at these actual statistics and facts from the FTC, from AARP, reputable sources telling you that you're not gonna make money out of here. But also, just let's dismiss the fact that there's people who have filed lawsuits against Monet for hair loss and other damages. We're getting to the part of the video where I'm going to be petty, and quite frankly, I just don't give a damn if people say that I'm being petty. It's funny, people used to attack the products. Now that they know that the product's performance is easily the best in the market, now they've moved on to attacking the business. We've proved them wrong on that again and again and again. It's also the best opportunity out there. Soon the haters will realize they were only fans in denial. No. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I hope that one day you realize you've made your money by scamming other people and that you feel guilty and remorse for that. But that is just me being maybe a tad bit hopeful that you will have some sort of remorse and a conscience about this. Quite frankly, I don't think that's ever going to happen. It's been proven time and time again that only 1% of people who join an MLM company will make money. The rest of the 99% of the people will not make anything. In fact, they lose money. So again, how is this the best opportunity out there for anyone? This next story from Joey Irigoyen, again, it's talking about the new products being released. Again, if you're your own business owner, you know already, because you've developed these products, what products are coming out. You don't have to go to a convention and have somebody else tell you, the business owner, what products you're releasing. But that's not how it works in an MLM company.
The friction of combing and brushing, the strain of excessive washing.
Oh, you mean like the same technology that Olaplex has that you've hit a copy and paste on? That same technology? Yeah, okay. The next story is from Sarah Hill, and it's about launching in a new country, which is Australia. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry, you guys. But yes, Monet is coming to your country. And if the launching goes any similar to how it went in Spain, we know that it is a pyramid scheme. I was going to make a video about this, but basically how it worked in Spain was that they launched in the month of August with no products. The products actually launched this month in September. Tell me how these girls ranked up without selling any products? How do you think that they did that? Yeah, by recruiting other people. Oh yes. So if it happens the same way, if they have the same blueprint, that's what's going to happen in Australia. And those girls who signed up first, both in Spain and Lithuania and now in Australia, they're actually going to have a legitimate chance of actually making big money because they got in there first. That's ultimately how these companies work. If you get there first or you have a huge following, you can make money off of it. Other than that, I'm sorry, you're losing money. As a business owner, you know where you're selling your products, if you're selling it in a brick and mortar type of a store, or if you're just exclusively selling it online, if you can only ship it in the US, Canada, and Puerto Rico, or if you're going to be doing international shipping. That's how an actual business and business owners work. So how are you a business owner, but you're waiting for the CEO of Monet to tell you, hey, we're launching in Australia, or launching in Timbuktu? Here are more reactions of launching in Australia. I've actually featured this Monet hun in my Vegas video. I'll link that up here in the iCards for you.
All of you can become Monet Asia Pacific founders. Now you notice I didn't say...
Here is a video of Ximena Duque's husband being in a room full of people without no masks. As you guys will see, this is the element of this entire convention: maskless, anti-vax, anti-science. Here is somebody that we have not featured on my videos beforehand. It is Veronica. This is Joe's sister. If you think Joe is that, she's 10 times worse. But again, maskless, nobody wearing a mask in sight. They're all in close quarters to each other, just sitting there, pretending like we're not in a pandemic. On to Ximena Duque and Rachel Diaz. I have to talk about these ladies because I'm Latina, they're Latinas, and they're really using that Latina identity and their Hispanic roots, their celebrity status, in order to recruit people in the Latino community. And I'm not gonna sit there and let them do that. Ximena Duque, being extra as fuck for whatever reason, brought a makeup artist and a videographer.
Aquí estamos. Bueno, cuando se viaja con la maquilladora es porque el evento va a estar bastante importante además.
She brought a makeup artist and a videographer. Tell me this is not content for them. Tell me this is not how they use these types of conventions, these types of events in order to recruit people and make it seem like it's a legitimate business and an opportunity for them.
Bien lo decía mi Ximena, este es el momento de entrar al negocio. Yo les voy a mantener al tanto de todo lo que pase. Escuchen usted, este es el momento de entrar al negocio. Somos una compañía muy joven. Los entrenamientos que usted va a tener en nuestro equipo, ya tenemos un sistema creado con entrenamientos semanalmente. La experiencia que tengo yo, obvio, en las redes sociales, en cómo hablar de esto, en cómo tratar, cómo conectar con la gente, créanme, ya lo que yo pasé se lo puedo transmitir a ustedes.
As you guys saw from the clips, both Ximena and Rachel were saying that this is the best time to join a company. And Rachel goes into details as to why it's the best time to join, because they're expanding, they're a young company. Monet is about 6 to 7 years old. It is not new, it is not young, it is not ground level. It is in fact very saturated here in the United States, Canada. You could argue that they are brand new in Lithuania, Poland, Spain, and now Australia. You can make that argument. But here in the United States and Canada, it is so saturated. People are losing money, and you can see that. And it's going to happen the same in those other countries that I've mentioned. The thing that got to me about Rachel was the fact that she's like, I can teach you how to be a social media person, how to connect, how to use social media, because I have experience in that. Okay, yeah, you do have experience in that because you are a TV host, or were a TV host for Telemundo's Un Nuevo Dia. You were also a model on Sábado Gigante. You have that experience. But just because you have that experience and are teaching it to other people, that doesn't mean, or that doesn't guarantee, that they are going to be as successful as you are. There's a missing element to that, all right? You are a celebrity, a household name. People already know you. They don't know Joe Schmo from down the street. And why are they gonna buy a product from them that is $68, $40, $80 when they can get the same product that's better for a fraction of the price? This video, I actually reposted it onto my Instagram stories, and it's just a video of Ximena Duque walking down. Somebody took that video of her because obviously they know who she is. She is an actress, and then she so callously, nonchalantly says, "Me están paparazziando. They're paparazziing me." How very vapid of you to just have that be your only concern, that people are just taking videos and pictures of you. You cannot convince me otherwise that Jimena Duque and Rachel Diaz do not abuse the fact that they are celebrities in order to recruit people. You cannot change my mind on that.
Que es mi reina, eres una inspiración.
Claro, tú eres inspiración también, así que ya saben, si están pensando en entrar a este negocio, no lo piensen más. No tienen nada que perder y todo que ganar, literalmente. Como estaba diciendo hoy, yo vine de Cuba con ganas de ganarme el sueño americano, ¿verdad? Y me he convertido en el sueño americano porque he trabajado para llegar ahí.
Not Liz Lugo using her immigrant story and searching for the American dream in order to recruit people, specifically Latinos and other minorities and immigrants. You gotta have some kind of fucking balls for that. I haven't featured Liz Lugo that much on my videos, but definitely I know of her. And then here she is with what I presume to be her downline. I also think that this convention serves a purpose for these uplines to connect with their downline in order to keep them in there, to have them keep recruiting people in order for them to still continue making money. Now, do I believe that they genuinely do have a friendship with a few of these girls? Yeah, perhaps. Are they all friends? Do they all really care for each other? No, not really. For Liz Lugo and all of the other top earners, their downline are just dollar signs.
La muñeca de Monet. Look at this. Tan bella, mi amor. Por fin nos conocemos en persona. Yeah. She's so beautiful in person. Yeah. You're beautiful in person.
Oh my god, you guys. We are about to meet the queen of the queeness.
How are you? So good to meet you.
Oh, you're so gorgeous.
It's them abusing that parasocial relationship that their downlines perceive that they have with them. It's disgusting. Next to Monet hunts I'm going to be showcasing here, disclaimer, one of them is actually going to talk about 9/11. So if you really do not want to see or hear anything in regards to that, I suggest you exit out of the video. But this hun right here, she had the audacity. I can't even put into words how she thought this was okay.
In honor of September 11th and in honor of launching in Australia, I am wearing this beautiful American and Australian blue. Eat your heart out, baby.
You heard that correctly, folks. In honor of 9/11 and launching in Australia, I'm going to be wearing this patriotic American blue. In what fucking planet is that appropriate? It's one thing if you want to shill shitty products and scam people, but please, please do not use a tragedy like 9/11 to manipulate and recruit people into this fucking pyramid scheme. That has got to be the most disgusting, vile, egregious, asinine shit I have ever witnessed in my fucking entire life. Here is Brittany Rose using 9/11 as an emotional manipulation tactic.
Trying to compose myself, but today is so emotional. And you know what? I never got this emotional. I was always sad. It was always a heavy weight of what this day represents. But today, it's different because I have a fireman that I love. I have a country that I love. And what they are doing is not okay. What the government is trying to do is not okay. So today, before I start my day, before I go and get excited with my girls, and hundreds of firemen are coming together. So if you are looking to join this, if you are looking to do your part and to fight what is happening in our world, you know, if America falls, the world falls, the rest of the world falls. Everyone looks to America for freedom. If freedom is ripped from us, there is nowhere else to go.
You couldn't have started your day with anything else? You had to start it off with using 9/11 and pulling at people's heartstrings, knowing that that is a very, very emotional day for a lot of people. And the whole thing the government is doing is not right. You mean mandating vaccines? You must not have read history books, must not have gone to school, or you must have hit your head or something, because vaccines have been mandated since forever. Since the inception of this country, to be quite honest. And before I get people on here saying vaccines and the Rona has nothing to do with MLM, yes it does. Yes it does. Because MLMs and anti-science, anti-mask, anti-vaccines go hand in hand. Alright? A lot of these girls, as we've seen already, are anti-mask, anti-science, and anti-vaccine. And the fact that they're using things like 9/11 to just recruit people, my mind cannot wrap around that fucking idea. It's incomprehensible. On to a lighter note, for some reason Monet also had performers there. I kid you not when I say that it was a circus, because not only did they have performers there, but they also had their family members performing. I believe it was the niece, Luisa Urdaneta, and Lu Urdaneta, the daughter, that were on stage dancing, looking batshit crazy. Martin dirty like this. This is really dumb. Again, I'm being petty, but I don't care. We have Erica Schaefer here saying the most magical night of the year, Molan, Maleficent, Monet's fairy godmother, oh my bad, fairy Mo mother, and Mo Peep made an appearance tonight. What does that? Everything has to over-relate back to the MLM. Everything has to relate back to Monet. Why? You guys have no identity outside of being a Monet hun, a Monet rep? Because clearly that's what you guys are showing. The next clip is of Bianca Lynn Abreu giving her speech at Monations. It was recorded by one of the WFAB girls. I don't know if this was a Freudian slip of Bianca, but take a look at what she says.
And interest? And 20% should be focused on your money, business, and products.
Bianca in her speech said it's 80% about lifestyle and 20% about your business. Proving us again that we are right. It's always been about the lifestyle, the perceived lifestyle that you could attain by joining this MLM. You can't. Statistically, you cannot achieve what they have. Earlier in the video, I had mentioned a team called the Ingobernables, or the Ungovernables. That's one of the teams of Monet that is out there in Spain. Well, the founder for that team, her sister lives here in the US. That's how she got recruited. And I believe also the mother. So it's a family affair of scammers and people being in Monet, right? Oddly enough, the mother was one of the speakers at Monations. For some reason, I just got the inkling that the team in Spain was going to be watching Monations, and I was right. So this is one of the stories that she posted. You know what? I was going to change the names in here, but being as this is a family affair, and I'm not blocking anybody else's names or faces, la que grita con tanto entusiasmo es Gabriela Prats, mi otra niña, la que inició ese sueño. Esta noche es muy especial. Mi niña Daniela y, como si también lo fuera Lauren, han sido reconocidas por sus logros en la convención de Monations por convertirse en fundadoras accionistas. Hasta este momento hay solo 3 en toda España. Así que el mérito es grande y se logró en 2 meses en pre-lanzamiento de la compañía. La tenacidad de ellas, unido a la pasión con que trabajó y respondió su equipo, hicieron la magia. Gracias, Ingobernables. Ya lo he dicho muchas veces, están haciendo historia. In a nutshell, this mother is so proud of her daughters for joining Monet and for achieving greatness that they were actually recognized in Monations for achieving the ranks and whatever they have done in order to get there. And she recognizes that it was her team, her daughter's team in Spain, that was able to get her to where she was, or is, I should say. And it doesn't escape me that within the caption, she proves my point in that in just 2 months in pre-launch, She was able to achieve, the daughter in Spain was able to achieve a high rank without selling any products in 2 months. How the fuck do you do that? Oh, that's right, by recruiting people. I just want to share this reel with you guys from the team Ingobernables and just what the caption says as well. Just to put it out there, the WFAB ladies did this as well, but at Monations. And the caption says, suéñalo, créalo, y si no, shut up. Essentially saying, dream it and create it. If not, shut up. Wow, Daniela, that is very creative. I have never seen another Monet hun, or just hun in general, say you have to dream it, you have to build it, tienes que soñarlo, tienes que crearlo in order to achieve greatness, in order to achieve the high ranks, or have it pay off for you, essentially, to be in an MLM company. I have not heard that rhetoric whatsoever. How original. And that is a nice segue to the next video clip brought to you by WFAB.
You have had a friend, a family member, somebody that you love say something mean about your business.
Wow.
Stand up if you thought that certain people would support you and then they didn't. You were told that you would never run the car or the trips. And my favorite one, it's a pyramid scheme. Guys, if you're not standing up by now, you ain't working. But seriously, I want you to look around this room right now, because it's all of us. And it's always been a way for me to help other people win.
First off, let's give a round of applause for the enthusiasm in that speech. It was just oozing out of her. Clearly, you could just tell it was just exuding excitement and enthusiasm. There is a lot to unpack, but I want you guys to take a closer look as to what everybody was wearing. Everybody that went up on stage was wearing relatively nice gowns, expensive gowns. A lot of these people bought designer items. Some of them obviously could afford it. Others probably, and most likely, put it on a credit card or took out a loan. They're playing a part of being successful, of being millionaires, of being business owners, of being influencers. It is all a lie. Why is that? If this was such a good business move, a good business opportunity, why has everybody had a family member or a friend tell them, hey, you might not want to do that, that looks like a scam, or it's not going to work out for you? You cannot possibly tell me that everybody's friend and family at that arena is wrong. You're up on a stage with 16,000 people and you got a $250,000 check. And instead of recognizing how you got there, telling your origin stories, what were some of the struggles for you, who helped you through, how you became successful in the business, you're recognizing the haters. I love the fact that we live rent-free in their minds, clearly, because if they're accepting a $250,000 paycheck, we shouldn't be in their mind. They should be thanking their family members, their loved ones, etc. But instead, they're talking about the haters. They are obviously concerned with anti-MLMers and anti-MLM content and the entire movement, because if they weren't concerned, they wouldn't be so worried and they wouldn't be talking about us at their convention while accepting a $250,000 paycheck. I want to do a quick roundup of a couple of reels here, just showing the fake and lavish lifestyle that they all live, that they really do. The top 1% earners, they live in an alternate universe, in an alternate reality, right? They rented out limos, have bought expensive gowns, did their hair, nails, and makeup, brought in videographers and pro makeup artists with them. They live in a universe where this is not possible for the 99%. This whole thing was about these fake awards, this fake lifestyle. Oh, look at me in my expensive gown and my hair and what I'm wearing to each and every single day. But honestly, who could blame them? They're the top 1% earners and they have to present this lifestyle. They have to keep and maintain this lifestyle in order to recruit other people so their paychecks do not become affected by the fact that their downline aren't recruiting enough people. So of course they have to show the expensive gowns and the cars and drinking $14.92 or what have you. It's ridiculous, and the amount of like inspirational and motivational speeches that they were giving, it's just the same hoopla, the same regurgitated crap that you hear day in and day out in their freaking calls or their text messages, whatever they do for their Zoom calls or what have you. All the same stuff that these girls, their downlines, have heard time and time again, and it's never anything substantial that will help them in the business, because there's nothing that they can say that will help them. That is it for today's video. If I have any updates in regards to Monations, I will make a follow-up video to this one. I am thinking of making a MLM reactions to, I believe the Instagram name is No Shame Sales Game, something like that. If you're in the anti-MLM world, you know who this lady that I'm talking about. She made a 20-minute video on her IGTV in regards to Lula Rich. So I'm thinking I want to do a reaction to that. There was another one of her followers who also did a reaction to it. So maybe I'll do that one. Again, that is it for today's video. Hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!